What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And as reported months ago by me, little old me, who told y'all ESPN was in trouble and nobody wanted to listen to me, and I told you Fox Sports was getting ready to push ESPN out the box when I was telling you that they were having problems. They were doing deals with UFC and with HBO, and they were trying to mend some of the slack that they were getting, because they were the worldwide leader in sports, and they still are. It's not like they finna get ready to close the doors, but it's monumental, and it's becoming more and more present as to what's going on with the team. Meaning that the ESPN team or brand is taking a hit dramatically in its talent department, because they have thousands of analysts and reporters. They do about 100 million, viewers, and it's huge. It's monumental. It's not like a lot of these companies, but when the face of ESPN is changing consistently, like they lose Mike Tirico, nobody even talks about that. He's your guy for Monday Night Football, Mike Tirico. Nobody talks about him, but everybody talks about Skip Bayless, who comes on and does way less than Mike Tirico as far as viewership, because this is Monday Night Football. He has a show that comes on in the afternoon called First Take, which makes most of their hit on a streaming site or on replays. It's one of the most popular shows. People will go back to watch First Take. But because of social media, and because of streaming, ESPN has been taking hits in that department, because 7 million of their viewers dropped off. Mainly because they don't get it. Took them a long time to make the transition over to these streaming networks. Plus, cable companies are tired of licensing their expensive fees that they charge for ESPN, because ESPN wants them to take all their channels. And it's like, look, we can't license the fee that you're charging to license all these channels. It's ridiculous, all your ESPNs. And they got to charge the people this money. And the people's like, well, I don't need ESPN. I just stream it, or I just watch it on ABC. Now Mike Tirico leaves. He goes to NBC, where he's going to be doing Sunday Night Football for an undisclosed amount of money. And then Bayless is going over to Fox Sports for $5.5 million, and a nice chunk of deal that they have there. And ESPN still got the NFL, the NBA contract, and they got Major League Baseball and some college football games. The cutting the cord thing, over the long run, that, the revenue streams are lowered. You look at all the talent level that they're trying to cut out to replace the money, because ESPN feels like we're bigger than the faces you saw. And they fired Kurt Schilling, who basically said forget the settlement deal, and just went out and berated the company. You got Oberman, who keeps coming in, going out, coming in, going out. and Colin Cowherd, Cowherd, his morning show or whatever, afternoon show. I don't watch it. And ESPN's management company, which is Simmons and Whitlock, you know, they are very hard-nosed negotiators, and they are, you know, people don't like their policies. You know, like when they fired Kurt Schillings, that took a lot of backlash on ESPN because Schilling has money. This wasn't like for the money he took the job, so he didn't have to sign the agreement saying that he wouldn't bash mouth ESPN and the company. He was refused. He just was like, no. You keep that severance package. I'm finna blast this whole entire company. But ESPN, because there are giants, giant companies are usually in denial of everything. Just because we have 3 or 4 people leave does not mean that the company's in danger. We have thousands of people that we sign. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal because the public have gotten to know these faces. These faces are the ones that they see. When you take them out and replace them with new faces, it loses appeal to some people. Some people actually tune in to see those people do their jobs and listen to what they say. And that's why they make the big money. Sorry for that, I had to take a stretch. Now, I don't see ESPN really being in trouble when you lose 7 million subscribers and you got about 100 million. I mean, no reason to cry. But for the first time in its existence, really, they have competition. They have someone that's pushing back and saying, we want to challenge ESPN. And what this does, for people that don't understand, is when those conversations come back, when it's time to re-up with the NBA, when it's time to re-up for the NFL, when it's time to re-up for college football for more games, Fox Sports is going to start to be in those conversations as the network to go to. They're going to explore those options because they have a lot of young, fresh blood in there who's all about getting the information to the viewer. And when your approach is get the information to the viewer, it puts you at an advantage because that is your goal. You're not going to sit arrogantly in the throne and saying, we know you're going to watch because we're ESPN. You're going to say, no, we're going to put the best material out and let the people decide on what they want to do, but we're going to make sure we get our information to the people the best way possible. So Fox Sports 1 is figuring out a way to come to you. But it's not just Fox. It's just that people are tired and cannot afford cable. So ESPN is trying to get with the app. It's like, well, just get our app. People are just going that anyway and watching regular television. Or the streamers, whatever they see, they watch it on Netflix. So ESPN is trying to adjust to that period. But you have other issues, is that the company that you're licensed with, people will go home, they got NBA TV. A lot of them do. A lot of them have that, and they have the NFL Network. Just so they can watch the games or listen to that. And they'd rather watch NBA television or NBA Network or NFL Network. They won't even watch ESPN. Because now they're hearing it from the actual experts or the people who actually played. And they want to hear what they have to say. And those networks and stations have put a big dent in the ESPN as well. So, I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people are vying for that viewership power that ESPN monopolized for years. May all be coming to a halt.